general form of an equation of line. It is a continuation of straight line. We already come across 4 videos. Now this is the fifth one. So here we will be discussing about mainly the general form of equation of line and how that general form can be converted into different forms. That's the thing mainly we will be discussing in this part. So first of all, what is the general form of equation of line? So general form can be written like this: ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. This is the general form of equation of line. A, B, C are real numbers. So this is general form of equation of line. Now how this general form can be converted into different forms? We already studied many forms. That is slope y-intercept form, slope point form, 2-point form, normal form, intercept form. Like that many forms you studied. Now how this can be converted into those forms? In that, the new one is for you mainly it is normal form. I am mainly discussing about how this can be converted into normal form. What is our normal form? That is x cos alpha plus y sin alpha is equal to p. You come across already about the normal form. You know already what is p stands for. It is the perpendicular distance of the line from the origin distance, so it must be positive. Alpha is the angle made by the perpendicular with the positive direction of x-axis. So those two things you know. That is, if I make this is the line, perpendicular distance, this is perpendicular distance p, this angle is alpha, then equation of this line is. So how this equation can be converted into this form, that is trigonometric form, that is known as normal form, how it can be converted? For that, what you have to do, whatever be the equation is given, you have to divide all the terms with under root sum of the squares of the coefficients of x and y. That is under root a square plus b square. You have to divide all the terms with this. After dividing, we will take this constant term to the other side. Constant term we will take to other side. So then it will come almost like this form. Constant term I will take the other side. And this constant term must be always positive since this p is positive. So the constant term must be positive. So whenever we take constant term to the other side, suppose it becomes negative, we have to make it positive by balancing, that is by multiplying with the minus. You have to make it, this constant term, you have to make it always positive. That is, when you after dividing whatever you are getting it, that part you have to make it positive. Once that part is made positive, then whatever be the coefficient of x will be like this: a divided by under root a square plus b square. Here b divided by under root a square plus b square, like that form will come. Those two forms can be written into cos alpha and sin alpha form with the help of an angle. That angle we will be able to observe and we will be able to say it. So that way we will convert. Main thing is we will divide with under root a square plus b square and then we will make that constant part positive. After that we will replace the coefficient of x and y with the cos alpha and sin alpha form. That way only we will do it. When we do the sums, it will come clear for you. So that is the main thing new for you. That is conversion of standard form, that is general form, into normal form. Other things are very normal. There is not a difficult situation, very easy. Then another thing is about here I have written about the conditions. That means mainly I am aiming about when two lines are given. What are the different situations when two lines are given? So let it be, one of the line is a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0. This is one of the line. Another line, let it be L2. And it will be equal to a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. What are the three different situations? What are the situations can arise when these lines are given? One situation is the lines can intersect. L1 and L2 can intersect. That means there will be one point of intersection. In that case, we will say that these lines are consistent. We will say if there is solution is there is intersecting, means solution will be there. Then we can say it is consistent. Now, when you look at this, we can decide whether the lines are intersecting or not. What you have to see here is the coefficient of x, that is a1 by a2's ratio, coefficients ratio, and again b1 by b2 also you find out the ratios of coefficients of x and coefficients of y. If this ratio is not equal, then the lines are intersecting. Then the lines are intersecting. That means there will be one point of contact, we can say it. This is one situation. Another situation can be the line. One line can be, it can come over the other line. L1 and L2 can coincide. The lines can coincide. Now, what is the condition for lines to be coincide? The condition is A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. This is the situation that the lines are coinciding. The ratios of the coefficients will come to same. See here, if I write an example if I write x plus 2y is equal to 3, 2x plus 4y is equal to 6. Here if you see the ratio 1:2, 1:2, 1:2. That means this case we can say the lines will be coinciding with this. Okay, that is this type of situation will arise. This type of cases, see if you see, if I write an example, x plus 2y is equal to 4, 2x plus y is equal to 7. This is an intersecting line. Here ratio is 1:2, here the ratio is 2:1. Both are different, both are not equal. So this is the situation of intersecting lines. There is a condition for intersecting line. This is condition for coinciding lines. In these two cases, we can see they have some points in common. Here there is one point in common. Here there are infinite points are in common. All the points are, they are contacting all the points, infinite points. This type of situation we will say the equations are consistent. We will say consistent. The equations are consistent. Okay, this is the second situation. So these two cases we can say the lines are, the given equations are consistent, we can say. Now the third situation is the lines can be parallel. One line and the second line can be, the lines can be parallel to each other. Lines is parallel to each other. So in this case, what is the condition? A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is not equal to C1 by C2. This is the condition for the lines are parallel. See here, if I write an example, x plus 3y is equal to 7, 2x plus 6y is equal to 5. Here if you see the ratio 1:2, 1:2, and that is not equal to 7:5. So here the lines are parallel. Here the lines are parallel. Now if you see in this case, there is no point is common for both. Therefore, in this case, it is not consistent. Here it is, we can say it is inconsistent. Inconsistent. So you have to be familiar with the word consistent and inconsistent. You may be already come across this word consistent and inconsistent in standard 10. But once again, giving stress on this. But because standard 12, we have a big role in there for consistency and inconsistency. Okay, so this is the situation of, these are the three different situations can arise when two lines are given. When two lines are given, these are the three different situations. Lines can intersect, lines can coincide, and lines can be parallel. So this is this condition, we have to remember it, we have to apply this. Okay, this is, now the next one, you have to know about what is the property of line which passes through origin. If a line passes through origin, what is its property? See here I written one line. If it passes through origin, this is origin, we know, x-axis, y-axis. A line passes through origin means this point is 0, 0. See for example, this line passes through origin means the point is 0, 0. It is a point on the line. It's a point on the line means we can substitute. If I substitute in place of x and y 0, 0, if I put here 0, here 0, plus C1 is equal to 0. Ultimately I will get 0 plus 0 plus C1 is equal to 0. So I am getting C1 is equal to 0. C1 is 0 means I can put this constant will be 0. So the equation will be A1x plus B1y is equal to 0. This is the equation of line which passes through origin. If you observe it, here there is no constant term. That is the main property. That means if a line is given x plus 4y is equal to 0, means naturally this line will pass through origin. This line will pass through origin because there is no constant term. So this is also keep in mind. If you know all these concepts, it will be easy for you to fix up the lines, and what is called in the diagram, in the axis, since that is very much required in solving questions. And coordinate geometry related questions when you do, most of the time we will make use of the diagram. Diagram means you need axis, and then you have to fix up the points and lines. Then we will try to solve the questions. That is the easy technique of doing coordinate geometry related questions. Okay, now we will do few questions based on whatever things I explanation I given. Based on that we will do few questions. Exercise is a little big exercise, so we will try to do few questions. Okay, that is exercise number 11.7. 11.7. First of all, I will start with question number 6, second part. That is not a little bit of new for you. Question number 6, second part. The question is find the area of the triangle. We calculate area of triangle whose sides lie along the lines. Sides are lying along the lines. These are the lines given. So we have to calculate the area of this triangle. That's the question. The area of this triangle, we have to calculate it. So for that, first of all, when you fix up all these lines, x is equal to 0 means you know in coordinate geometry x is equal to 0 stands for y-axis, y is equal to 0 stands for x-axis, and only this line we have to fix up. This line also can be fixed up properly if you convert into intercept form. It is easy to convert in intercept form. What is the intercept form? x by a plus y by b is equal to 1. We will try to convert this into intercept form. It is easy to convert. We will make here 1, so you divide with 20. If I divide with 20, the first one will become x by 5 plus y by 4 is equal to 1. It will become intercept form. Now I can fix up these three lines in the graphical plane. That is, I am drawing first of all axis, x-axis, y-axis. X-axis, y-axis, this is origin. X is equal to 0 means that is y-axis, this is x is equal to 0. Y is equal to 0 is x-axis, y is equal to 0. Here, x-intercept is 5, x-intercept is 5, y-intercept is 4, y-intercept is 4. Naturally, this line we can fix up like this. So I got all the three lines. Even I got the triangle also. We are supposed to find out area of this triangle. That's the question. Area of the triangle formed by these three lines. This triangle's area. So we know area of a triangle is what? Half base into height. So that formula if you apply here, area is equal to half base. If you see it is base, this is base I am taking. Height it is 4, base it is 5, so 5 into 4. So it is coming 10 square units. So I calculated with the support of diagram. This can be done with the support of the formula. In the very beginning I given a formula. If we know the three coordinates, we can calculate area by using that formula. But that is lengthy process. This is easy to do like this. So coordinate geometry sums, that is why I am telling you, try to solve with the help of diagram. It's not necessary to do only by that formula. Anyway we can do it. So this is question number 6, second part. Now we will do another sum. Go through all the steps and try to understand, and then whatever sums I skipped, you have to do it. Now another sum we will do it. Next we will do question number 7, second part. We'll do 7 second part. Here the question is, write the coordinates of the orthocenter of the triangle. Orthocenter, you know, it is the meeting point of altitudes of a triangle. We have to find out orthocenter of the triangle whose sides along the line x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, and the line 3x minus 5y plus 7 is equal to 0. We need the orthocenter of the triangle formed by these three lines. Again, we will try to fix up. This is easy, y-axis, this is x-axis, this one I will convert into intercept form. Intercept form, you know, is equal to 1 we need. So this 7 I am giving here, this terms I am transferring to the other side. So it is minus 3x plus 5y is equal to 7. I have transferred. Now 7 I am bringing here. So it is coming x by minus 7 by 3. 3 I brought it, then I taken the reciprocal. Y divided by 7 by 5 is equal to 1. See, I brought 7 this side, that way I made it 1. So x intercept is minus 7 by 3, y intercept is 7 by 5. So based on this, we fix up the line. X intercept is minus, so that means we need a negative side of x-axis. Negative side of x-axis I need. X-axis, y-axis, negative side, minus 7 by 3 x-intercept, so it will be here, minus 7 by 3, y-intercept is 7 by 5, 7 by 5 is y-intercept, so that means the given line is, this is the line, this is this line, and x is equal to 0, this is x is equal to 0, and this one is y is equal to 0. This is the triangle. This is the triangle. Now these triangles we need orthocenter. Orthocenter means meeting point of altitudes. Meeting point of altitudes. If you see this triangle, it is very easy. Altitudes. This is one of the altitudes. See, perpendicular. This side is one of the altitude. In this distance, a right angle triangle. This is another perpendicular. So that means we can say all perpendiculars are meeting at origin. Perpendiculars meeting at origin. Naturally, the orthocenter of this triangle is 0, 0. Orthocenter. That is the meeting point of altitudes. That is here. It is origin only. Orthocenter. So this is it's very simple question. Since I have made the diagram, it is very easy. Otherwise, it is lengthy process. We can do it in standard 10. You are done. Some other way also. This also we now also if you want you can do by that method. But it is easy to handle with the diagrams. So here the question was orthocenter. Now in this question itself they can ask if you have the geometry related. Many questions can be made here. They can ask find the circumcenter of this triangle. Circumcenter means you can make a circle like this. This circle center you can ask, they can ask. Circle center, this is known as circumcenter. And you know that it's a right angle triangle. Right angle triangle. We know angle in a semicircle only 90 degree. You studied in geometry. Angle in a semicircle is 90 degree. Naturally, this will be the diameter of the circle. This is the diameter. If this is the diameter means we know center will be in the middle of diameter. So this midpoint is the center. Now how to find out midpoint? You know midpoint formula. So if you apply midpoint formula along this line, so this point is minus 7 by 3, 0. This is 0, 7 by 5. If you apply midpoint formula in this line, you can find out the center of the circle, that is circumcenter. So they can ask circumcenter also. Like this, again many more things they can ask. So we will come across such type of situation in the coming exercise. Okay, so for time being, we are now orthocenter and I said even circumcenter also. So this is that question, 7-second part. Now we will go to another question from the same exercise, another question. We will do question number 15, we will do it question number 15. So I skipped a few questions. All those questions you are supposed to do as homework. Now question number 15. Find the equation of a line perpendicular to the line. We need a line which is perpendicular to a line. Which is perpendicular to the line. We need a line which is perpendicular to this line. And with the y-intercept is -3. That line's y-intercept is -3. Y-intercept is -3. So y-intercept is -3 means it is the negative side. We need an equation of line whose y-intercept is -3. That means we need a line through this. You can draw so many lines, but we need a line through this. But that line has another property. That line is perpendicular to this. That line. So I am just drawing like that. This is the line. I am just making the line. We need equation of this line, but they are telling this line is perpendicular to this. So I am making it perpendicular. This is perpendicular. This is the line L1. So this is L1. We need equation of the line L. So this line is perpendicular to this. Perpendicular, and its y-intercept is -3. Y-intercept is given -3. This is the question. So I made a diagram. According to the question, I made a rough sketch. Now we get to y-intercept. We know already. Y-intercept only we need its slope. If we know its slope, then we can write the equation. Since we know a formula, slope y-intercept form. Y is equal to mx plus c. So by keeping that in mind, I need the slope of this line. So for that, first of all, I will find slope of L1. Slope of L1 I will find out. Slope of L1. For that I will convert into standard form. That is 5y is equal to -2x minus 7. Y is equal to -2 by 5x minus 7 by 5. That means slope I am getting -2 by 5. Slope of L1 I got. That is slope of this line. Therefore, we can write slope of L. We know they are perpendicular. If lines are perpendicular, m1 into m2 -1. That concept if we use, we can write this implies slope of L will be the negative reciprocal of this, that is 5 by 2. So slope we got and intercept we know. Therefore, equation of L, y is equal to mx plus c. C is -3. This don't leave it in fraction form. 2y is equal to 5x minus 6. This is the required line. It's a standard 10 based question. Okay, so slope, with help of slope and intercept, I wrote the equation of the line. Okay, so this is question number 15. So many questions are there in this exercise based on standard 10 level. So all those sums you have to practice again and again, then only you will get the speed and accuracy. Now we will go to another question, one more question we will do. One more question we will do it. That is question number 21. Question number 21. So I left many questions. So those questions are you tried. Most of the questions are standard 10 based, but this is new for you. This question is the equation of a line is given. This one we have to convert into normal form. We have to convert into normal form. That's the question. We have to convert into normal form. Normal form means x cos alpha plus y sin alpha is equal to p. This form we have to convert. This already I explained when I was starting this topic. So how to do it? You have to divide. We have to divide under root sum of the squares of the coefficients of x and y. So it becomes root 2. So I have to divide. So naturally this will be, first one will be 1 by root 2x. Next one is 1 by root 2y plus 1 is equal to 0. I divided toward with the root 2. So if I do this can be written like this also. 1 by, I have to take the constant, take the other side, and we need it is positive. So I am keeping 1 here, and other times I am transferring it. So it is minus 1 by root 2x minus 1 by root 2y is equal to 1. Okay, so I converted into what is called normal form. Now normal form. Now I converted into that form is already body I made. Now I have to replace this with the corresponding cos form, and this part with the corresponding sine form. I have to replace it. That's the thing I am supposed to do now. So for that, cos theta, see alpha, cos alpha. So we know cos of which angle is 1 by root 2. You don't think about sine after time being 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2 means we know cos 45. Cos 45 is 1 by root 2. So the angle, the standard angle actually is 45. But here there is a problem is the minus sign it is there. So for that you must have some idea from trigonometry. You will study this here. So that idea is also required here to fix up the proper place. See, in coordinate geometry, if we connect the coordinate geometry with the trigonometry, see in the first quadrant that is from 0, this is 0 degree, we know this is 90 degree, this is 180 and this is 270 degree. 270 degree. See, this is we can say first quadrant. In first quadrant, all trigonometry functions are positive. You will study this, but for time being you will know that here all are positive. That is 0 to 90, all trigonometry functions are positive. Here when it becomes the trigonometry function sine and its reciprocal. Sine and reciprocal means cosec. These two are positive. All other trigonometry functions are negative here. Means all other except sine and cosec, all others are negative. Here when it becomes tan is positive. Tan is positive. All other functions are negative. Here when you come, it will be cos is positive. All other things are negative. Now if we look at here cos is negative, sine is also negative. Cos is negative, sine is also negative. That means it will be in the third quadrant. Since here only tan is positive, all other functions are negative. So that means it will come into third quadrant. So the angle will be, we need here. That means angle will be somewhat, it will come to here. If I make it perpendicular will be like this. So the line will come to here. So since it is both are negative. So now I already said the basic angle is 45 degrees. So this part is 45 and this we know already from here to here it is 180. 180 and here 45. So all together the angle is 180 plus 45, it is 225. 225. So this one, this is we can write it as x cos 225 plus y sin 225 is equal to 1. This is the required equation. That is I converted this equation to normal form.